Okay, here's my rambling. Should sex education be taught in schools? Yeah, sex education should be taught in schools. I mean, you look at parents, you look at friends, you look at like whoever the fuck you get this information from. It's first off biased, it's usually ignorant, or it's just weird in the case of parents who talk about either birds and bees or they talk about sense of like women, men, and men penetrating women. That's just not really right, and it doesn't really teach you anything like relevant. When you get sex education from a professor or a teacher, you get it in the sense that it's kind of, I don't know, it's impartial. It's objective, it's scientific. You get a biological, physiological kind of structure of what it is to be a man, what it is to be a woman, what happens during sex. You can kind of piece together complications that can come from this. Like STDs and stuff like that, you learn these things in an appropriate way from people who know what this shit is. An example of someone who doesn't. My friend's sleeping with this girl. I guess maybe they're dating. I have no idea. But anyways, her name is Mackie, and she did not go to a public school where they taught, they taught anything about sex. And she was going down on him last week, and he was about to come, and she stopped. And he's like, whoa, what the fuck, And she says, well, shit, like, I don't want to get pregnant. He's like, what the fuck are you talking about? She's like, I don't want to get pregnant. And this is the kind of notion that comes from people who have, like, never learned anything about sex except through, like, other people who just, gossip about it. And parents, and her mom was a psycho bitch. So, like, giving a sexual education gives people a regular footing to make these sort of decisions and actually know something about sex. So yeah, it's a good thing. Is abstinence only a good method of sex education? No, I have no fucking clue who thinks abstinence only is a good method of sex education other than the Catholic Church, who have applied that method in Africa, and it's gone absolutely fan-fucking-tastic. Yes, the AIDS rate has not gone up there at all. No one's getting AIDS. Yeah, abstinence only is a very, very bad method of sex education. People are biologically programmed to have sex. There's this weird male instinct. We're like fucking puppies. You have an erection, you want to have sex with something. Abstinence isn't going to work for that. You're going to make justifications for yourself. You're going to say, well, we're in a relationship, or, well, I don't know if God would care about this, blah, 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 blah. That's if you're religious. I'm not, so I wouldn't actually do that. But you're going to make some sort of exception. You're going to find a way to have sex. Teaching abstinence and like forcing it on people is going to make them have sex with like condoms less. It's going to make them be less responsible or think less about it. They're going to be thinking more about ways to morally justify it to themselves, when really people should be having sex as much as they want if they know they're safe. So no, abstinence only is a terrible method of sex education. Should homosexuality be discussed in sex education? That's kind of a tough one. I can understand why people would say it wouldn't, because you should learn about your own sexuality on your own, but in the same sense, people are very uncomfortable with homosexuality still. It's not one of those things that's become socially accepted. Like, it has in a sense, but at the same time, you can go to any sporting event, you can go to any group of guys, and you can hear fucking faggot and stuff like that. It's pretty typical. People need to learn about homosexuality, that like it's not some sort of weird choice, or like it's not something that like happens by accident. It's like you're gay. You can't do anything about it. You're just gay. Be comfortable with it, accept it, and move on. And like be good about that, and like have people with a knowledge base that they understand homosexuality. Not teaching them is fucked up. Like, not allowing them to actually know anything about this, and that's going to like promote homophobia, and that's something that definitely needs to be dealt with. So yeah, homosexuality should be discussed in sex education, because like you cover heterosexuality in it, you cover homosexuality. It's not as if people actually sit around and think, wow, Like, I can have sex with men now. I've learned this in class. Therefore, I'm going to go fuck a guy. People don't do that. If you're gay, maybe you're going to. But a straight guy's not going to do that. The good thing, though, is that, like, someone who's gay, it's going to make him feel comfortable about it and actually be willing to do that and not have to sit around and, like, think, oh, crap, there's something wrong with me because I don't want to have sex with a girl. There's nothing wrong with that. So, yeah, teach homosexuality in sex education. Anyways, cheers. Another shot to end it all. And I'm done.